Hey everybody, it's Frankie Gomez with eXp Realty, and in this video we're going to talk about June 2022, a quick market update for you guys. If you have any questions or would like to talk to me about the current real estate market, shoot me a text or give me a call at 352-428-7183. Also, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification if you enjoy this content. To start off, we'll talk about inventory. Inventory's been a very hot topic in the real estate market right now, and for good reason. There's actually 449 new listings in June. That's a 13% increase from June of last year and a close to 15% increase from May. If you look at the stats for the whole year, we'll see that we've seen a steady increase in the upper 200s in January and February, upper 300s in March, April, and May, and now 449 in June. Obviously, we can't come to a conclusion based on just this information, but that's why we have some other stats to show you. So ending inventory is 436 in June, and a crazy stat, absolutely insane stat, is that that's a 97% increase from last June. And that means that the amount of homes on market last year was half of 436, pretty much. Like 410 homes were on market in June of 2021. If we look at April and May, we'll see that increase. The average for the past 5 months, so the average in 2022 in general was 269. That's a 62% increase in June. So the 269 to 436, it's a huge jump for a half of a year. And that just shows that we're headed towards a more balanced market. There were 311 sales in June. That's a 5.2% decrease from last year. And if we look at April and May, we'll see that the amount of sales each month is pretty consistent. 313 in April, 296 in May, 311 in June. So we have consistent sales each month, and then we also have increasing supply each month, more new listings each month, as we saw in the last slide. A 13% increase from last year and a 14.5% increase from last month, and then the trend is continuing from January to June. Just an increase, more supply. This is a great outlook for buyers, and that's because the months of supply is increasing. So months of supply is calculated by taking the current inventory, so the current inventory being 436, and dividing it by the average number of sales for the past 12 months. So if the average number of sales for the past 12 months is roughly 300, then we'll take that number divided by the amount of inventory, and that's where we get the 1.5. So 1.5 is the highest we've seen in a while. If you look at May, it's 1.0, and then the average for the past 5 months or 2022 is 0.9. So pretty much a 50% increase in months of supply. And to break months of supply down, maybe this will be a little bit easier to understand. If no other homes were listed on the market out of those 436 that we currently have, it would take 1.5 months for all those homes to sell. To put it in perspective a little bit, the 5.5 months of inventory is actually considered a balanced market. So we have a while to go, but this is a good thing for buyers to stay optimistic and show them that we're headed in the right direction. Cash sales in June were 126. That's the second highest month for cash sales in the last year. March of 2022 being the highest with 146. Cash sales is a good indication of investor activity. So, it being a high number, some would assume that investors are in the market, but we really can't come to that conclusion because there's so many other factors when it comes to cash sales. This could just be because more people from out of state are selling their homes and then buying with cash when they come to Florida. And obviously we know we're seeing a lot of relocation to Florida, so that may, be the case. But there's just not enough data around this to come to a conclusion, but I thought it'd be cool to include the amount of cash sales. The median sales price for June was $342,000. That's up 33%, shocker, but up 33% from last year. And then you can see if we look at the months here, a steady increase from January until June. 297, 300, it's just jumping up. The average year to date is 320, so the average of all these months is 320, and that's up 15% from January. So from January to June, up 15%. Final thoughts on this is that the major change here is the increase in supply. This could be a major turning point in the real estate market, but it hasn't affected the median sales price or other key indicators yet. So we've been seeing obviously less bidding wars, more price reduction, and this trend will likely continue. But I think buyers can keep their heads up a little bit and feel optimistic about the future of the real estate market, at least for the short future. I think it's really going to balance itself out, but it's really just a wait and see game. If you have any questions about the real estate market or just want to pick my brain, give me a call or shoot me a text at 352-428-7183. I really hope you enjoyed this content and got some value out of it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification for future videos.